Angry mobs are trying to tear down statues of our founders, deface our most sacred memorials, and unleash a wave of violent crime in our cities. Many of these people have no idea why they're doing this, but some know exactly what they are doing. They think the American people are weak and soft and submissive. But no, the American people are strong and proud, and they will not allow our country and all of its values, history, and culture to be taken from them.
Mount Rushmore, Trump denounces cancel culture at 4th July event. US President Donald Trump has railed against the cancel culture of those who toppled monuments during recent anti-racism protests in a speech to mark 4th July at Mount Rushmore. He condemned those who targeted statues of Confederate leaders as angry mobs. Mr. Trump called the racial equality demonstrations a merciless campaign to wipe out our history, defame our heroes, erase our values, and indoctrinate to our children. We will not be silenced, he said. The president, who has been heavily criticized for his handling of the US coronavirus pandemic, made little reference to the disease that has now claimed almost 130,000 American lives. The US recorded its largest single-day rise in coronavirus infections on Friday, bringing the total to more than 2.5 million, the most of any country. Masks and social distancing were not mandatory at the Mount Rushmore event, despite warnings by health officials. The location, too, was controversial. Mount Rushmore features the carved faces of 4 US presidents, to whom of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were slave owners. It also sits on land that was taken from the indigenous Lakota Sioux by the US government in the 1800s. What else did Trump say? Addressing Mount Rushmore itself, the president said the South Dakota landmark would stand forever as an eternal tribute to our forefathers and to our freedom. The monument will never be discredited, these heroes will be defaced, he told the cheering crowd. The president added that people who target symbols of national heritage will face the fullest extent of the law. He said those who deface statues could be sentenced to 10 years in jail, referring to a recent executive order he signed on protecting monuments. A fireworks display set to music was then held at the pre-Independence Day event, watched by about 7,500 ticket holders. The fireworks were the first at the site in over a decade after a ban was imposed over fears they could set off wildfires in the dry brush around the mountain. Welcoming people of the event, South Dakota's Republican Governor Kristi Noem echoed the president's tone, accusing demonstrations of trying to wipe away the lessons of history. This is being done deliberately to discredit America's founding principles, she said. Friday's gathering was the latest to be held by President Trump during the coronavirus pandemic, as he attempts to fire up his supporters ahead of November's presidential election. Part of the Native Americans said about the event. Native American groups have criticized Mr. Trump's visit for posting a health risk and for celebrating US independence in an area that is scared to them. Many Native Americans do not celebrate Independence Day because they associate it with the colonization of their tribal homelands and the loss of their cultural freedom. The Mount Rushmore landmark was carved between 1927 and 1941, but the land it lies on in the Black Hills of South Dakota was taken from the Lakota Seals during the previous century. The president is putting our tribal members at risk to stage a photo op at one of our most scared sites, said Harold Frazier, chairman of the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe. Ahead of the event, a group of mostly Native Americans protesters blocked a man who rode to the mountain with white vans, leading to a tense standoff of the police. They were eventually cleared from the road by police officers and National Guard soldiers who used smoke bombs and pepper spray, a local report said.